I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Today we're going to be talking about 4 different products that are all by Gamo, and this is the main feature of it. It's a P900 pellet break barrel pistol, and well, I've already been shooting it, and in fact I'm going to show you the target here in a second. Now, the thing we're going to be talking about is the pellet trap that Gamo puts out, and this little gadget here. In fact, I'm going to talk about that instead of this right now. This is a pellet pouch, or you could actually put 22s in here. Nice thing about this is you can pour your ammo, and by the way, this is the Gamo ammo that we're going to be using. It's a match class type of a pellet. We're going to be shooting that, and I already have. But you just pour some of those in there, and then it velcros shut right here. And back here you got a little velcro fastener, so that you don't even have to take your belt loose. You can just take it and stick it right over the top and fasten it right to it. So it makes it real nice for you to handle. Actually you're going to have enough in there to shoot with, no problem. But we're going to be using that too, but you won't be seeing that actually. And as I said, we're using the Gamo match pellets. Nothing special. You know, just regular old pellets. Don't really have to show you those. But as far as this goes, it has the fiber optic side up here in the front. It has adjustable windage, and that's what I've been doing a lot of, which we're going to talk about here in a second. You cannot adjust the elevation, unfortunately. And we're going to get into that right now. Like I said, it's a break barrel, as you can see. You have your safety right here. That makes it real nice. Got that on, you can't pull a trigger. See, no problem. And like I said, it's a break barrel. You pull it all down, load one pellet at a time, and then take your safety off and fire. Now, this is what we're going to talk about, the adjustments, because I already have shot, and we're going to shoot again now that I have done the adjustments. Take a look at this. I mean, really low. There's a lot of shots that are low, and it was shooting this way. I had to adjust the windage way over in order to start hitting up in this area. Now, these shots that are bullseyes, and that's the range we're going to shoot from, most of all of these were shot at the 10-meter mark. So, you know, you're talking about, I don't know, a little over 30 feet. Okay. I went to the 7-yard mark, which is a 21 foot. In fact, just a little bit over that, and that's when I hit these. So I would definitely say, and we're going to find out here in a moment, that this is more of a 7-yard, 20-some feet gun rather than the longer 10-meter or 10 yards, whichever you want to shoot. Again, I really think it is, and we're going to find out, because we're going to take this over and we're going to shoot it again. We're going to shoot the other product we're going to be talking about in a little bit, which is that pellet trap, and some of the things that I had with that, putting it together. So anyway, let's go shoot this, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. Alright, we're going to be talking about what we did, and it really wasn't that bad. Like I said, we were shooting from the 7-yard mark, and again, I was right. That's probably the best spot. That, or maybe even a little closer. Probably a little closer even works, but I'd rather go with the 7-yard myself. And we'll take this out of here. This is the pellet trap, which I'll talk about in just a little bit, because first we're going to cover the target. And the pellets are definitely inside. And as you can see, we hit a lot of them in that bullseye area. A lot of shots right there. I mean, very, very good grouping at the 21 foot, you might as well say, range. 7-yard, whatever it is, but they're all hitting right in here. So you got a very, very good grouping after it was adjusted. You see me, this is the first one. We're shooting out a little further, where I had to do a lot of windage adjustment, and now we're going to talk about the elevation. What did I do about the elevation? Well, you know, they always say put your little mark right here, your front sight right in the notch, and then put your bullseye here above it. No, don't do that. With this, what I was doing is I was having to actually target the upper part of this. I covered the whole thing with the front sight. I put the front sight right into the notch, and then I put it right on here, or even a little bit higher. That's how I had to do it. I mean, elevation, there is no elevation adjustment, so you have to do it yourself, and that's the way you do it. Maybe if you get a gun, it'll be a little bit different, but I don't know if I plan on it, because I mean, they should be all made about the same. But if you do that, hey, no problem. Take a look at that. I mean, that is a very, very good grouping, and it's all right in the middle. So yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. That's very good that way. It just that it shoots a little bit, you know, shorter, and a lot of your air pistols, especially, and this is supposed to be 400 feet per second, but you're probably gonna be lucky to get 345, maybe even a little bit less. And even the company says that. So, you know, that way, yeah, it's a good little gun. Now we're going to talk about the pellet trap. It's little, so make sure that you have, as you should always for safety, have a good backstop. I had a backstop behind it that was bigger than this, but all my shots were falling in here anyway. And I don't know if you can hear that. That's the pellets. They're all trapped right down inside. Comes in here, funnels down, and all my shots that I can see, nothing was hitting the side. They were all going right in here, especially towards the end there. The one complaint that I have got about it is it's supposed to be easy to put together and take apart. Not that easy. This thing slides into here after you bolt all these down. Didn't do it. So I unscrewed all of these so that it was a little bit looser, and it still didn't really go down. Well, of all things I did, I took my Fravel Sit-n' Fish bucket lid, which is kind of foam padded, but it's got a hard bottom, wood bottom, and I whacked the daylights out of this thing on the bottom, and it knocked it right into place. So, you know, I use a rubber mallet or something like that, and then it'll work. I don't really recommend you taking this thing back apart and taking it, and it's not that big. You can slip that into your target bag or whatever, you know, it's just not that big to carry around, if you're going to carry it around. It's basically for backyard plinking, so, you know, just put up a board like you seen that I had it mounted. I think you can see it, I'm not sure. I've just got a stake about yay wide, put a screw in there, it's got the little hanging hole right back there, just slide it right on that. And as I said, especially for people that are just starting out, this is very, very small, 5.5 by 5.5. That's not all that big, but I was hitting them all in the middle, so I didn't have to worry. But as you should always do, is to have a backstop, a good backstop. But especially with some people, they're just starting out, because there's a possibility they're going to miss this thing. I mean, it's, you know, it's nothing against them. They've never shot before, so they don't know boo from boo, you know. So anyway, like I said, this is a nice little gadget to do that, and it definitely traps the pellets. They're right down inside. Hits this thing, slides down, and you got a whole bunch of pellets in here to empty out. And again, bottom line, yeah, for a shorter range type break barrel, and it's plastic, a lot of plastic to it, but it's got heft to it. for a plastic thing like that. It also looks like something that you might see in that Mass Effect video game that one gal, Miranda or whatever her name was, carrying around. She had something like that, I think. So it does. It looks a little space age, don't you think? But it shoots. It does shoot, and as I said, don't plan on the 10 meter on back. Definitely don't plan for the 25-yard mark with this, because you're going to have to do things differently. But also remember to adjust the windage. I've adjusted the windage way over, and shoot at a few rounds and get it all down, and then you ought to be able to hit the bullseye like I did here. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day at plinking.